5 days in Bequia, unwinding at the speed of light. I have been to Bequia several times. It has special memories for me, so I always jump at the chance to go there again. That happened recently when my friends from Montreal and Denmark asked me to join them in Bequia. They were passing through Barbados, flying on to Bequia via SGVAS, that's St. Vincent the Grenadines Air, on a small aircraft that has the feel of being your own private plane. I've always travelled via Liat to St. Vincent and then on to Bequia with the 1-hour ferry trip. It's an adventure that is fairly rustic. The ferry is an old tin can of a cargo boat with no luxuries for its passengers. The last time I travelled there, I stopped off at Young Island for lunch. It's a lovely interlude that adds a touch of class to the trip, and I like these adventures of rugged trekking and absolute opulence. The jitterbugs of the two makes you appreciate the other even more. With only 5 days to stay in Bequia and wanting to meet up right away, I elected to try the private plane trip. It's about $400 return, twice the price of the Liat flight to St. Vincent, but not much more if you count in the Young Island lunch, the taxis, and the ferry. I asked my travel agent to book it and discovered that 3 airlines shared the plane. I would fly with Trans Island Airways, TIA, and on the tail of the plane, the 3 logos of TIA, SVG, and Mustique Air are all displayed. Very typical of the friendly cooperation of the Caribbean business. One of the party was delayed in the UK due to bad weather coming out of Denmark. That gave us a bit of a panic as we tried to contact the airlines on the weekend, and of course everything was closed. This is typical of the Caribbean, things do shut down. But also typical of the Caribbean, through contacts and networks of friends, I was able to contact the owner of the airline, and they assured me that everything was okay and that I would meet Hannah safely at the airport. I arrived at the airport and Hannah was sitting in the departure lounge. Within moments, we had taxi turned and were on our way to Bequia. Descending through clouds at Bequia was a bit choppy. We were dipping left and right and swaying gracefully over Friendship Bay towards the landing strip at Paggett's Farm in the southwest tip of the island. The captain nonchalantly allowed the plane to find its own equilibrium, taking the wheel to stabilize it perfectly just at touchdown. Life should be like that, I thought. There's no need to struggle with controls if you don't need to. Customs was thorough, but in no time we were in our open-air taxi, a van with a tarpaulin on top and hard wooden seats with plastic-covered foam as cushions. This is the official taxi of Bequia, as much an icon as the British taxi cab. It's $40 to Lower Bay from the airport, and no matter if it's one person or 8. At the rate of 2.6 exchange, that's about or less than $20. You can get into town from Lower Bay for approximately $10 US or less. The whole thing is very easy to organize. You call the taxi, he's there waiting for you when you want. They schedule you into their day, and it's like having a personal chauffeur to take you everywhere at half the cost. Lower Bay is a popular spot for people from all over the world. Many return annually for special weeks of total withdrawal, sometimes for months. We were staying at the Charles House in Lower Bay. There are many private homes in the area that are rented out for a few $1,000s a month, and that's pretty inexpensive for the Grenadines. Donald Trump is here with the lavish Trump International Golf Club and Raffles Resort on Canawan Island. It'll be several $1,000s per night. Charles House is just across the road from Lower Bay Beach in Bequia. It's sandwiched between a private school on one side and Petra's minibar on the other. Petra's opens for a few hours each afternoon, selling fresh garlic bread, beer, wine, and rum, as well as usual provisions. It's a popular spot and a typical rum shop, bar, and mini-mart. Patrons sit on steps rather than at the counter, and they meet to chat with friends. On Friday evening, Petra's is a social meeting place where friends gather to share a few stories and discuss the events of the week. They listen to CDs playing on the stereo of the designated car parked alongside the store. Events here are low-key affairs. The days unfold naturally, with routines that soon fall into place and carry you effortlessly through the day, the week, and the months. Time has no urgency. Everything can wait as you laze in the sea, soak in another sunset, and later let the crickets lull you into sleep. Let me share with you my journal for the 5 days I spent in Bequia. It's a personal story of a charming 5-day stay, from experiences with friendly locals to food reviews, and it's a first-hand personal account of how you can unwind at the speed of light in this little island escape where life is as simple as it is meant to be. Just visit axis.com/Caribbean/5days-in-Bequia.cfm. Be sure to leave a comment and observations that you may have. We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll be in touch. See you soon.